Welcome to YesPlz ASMR. Hi, today let's talk about how fashion tagging can improve your site search performance. The bottom line, AI fashion tagging increased search results by 22% and clicks by 11%. We ran this experiment because poor tagging is the main reason site search fails. Using AI fashion tagging, we saw 22% more products per search and 11% more clicks. Let's walk through how we conducted the experiment to get these results. Basically, what we did was use two different data versions, one with tagging and one without tagging, and measured two things. Product discovery, how many relevant products become searchable, and click engagement, how many products actually get clicked by shoppers. We measured this through experimental testing. The data shows that AI fashion tagging is not just a nice to have. It actually drives 11% more clicks than untagged search. Here is the data. Out of a total of 99 clicks, 63 came from tagged results. Without tagging, those would have been lost opportunities. The tagged share is significant and clearly drives click-through rates. Looking at popular search queries this month, jacket, long coat, puffer jacket, and bag charms. Out of nearly 100 clicks, 64% came through tagging for jacket, 63% for long coat, 60% for puffer jacket, and 59% for bag charm. This happens because product categories don't always carry complete matching product information. Tagging bridges that gap and returns more relevant results. Now let's look at how fashion tagging increases the number of searchable products. For collar-based queries, there were about 8,000 matching results without tags, but 33,000 with tags. Collar already has a high baseline number, so the gain may seem modest. But look at wedding. There were only 51 matching results without tagging, whereas fashion tagging increased that to 11,500. Tagging dramatically increases matching results while maintaining relevancy. This becomes especially critical for niche fashion queries. Terms like wedding dress, white coat, and wool pleated skirt may not appear in product titles, but they are exactly how users search. Tagging makes it possible to match these queries effectively. Here's a good example. For wedding dress, none of the matching products actually use the phrase wedding dress in their titles. They may say bridal or long dress instead, because that additional context is embedded in the product data through fashion tagging. The system can now match and return relevant results. Looking at the impact on click-through rates, the average click-through rate increased by 205%, and the session click-through rate increased by 53%, a highly effective improvement for search performance. For example, work bag had only 9 matching products without tagging, but 5,000 with tagging, and a 67% session click-through rate increase. Without tagging, this would not have been achievable. That said, tagging needs to be fine-tuned and optimized. It doesn't work perfectly on its own. For example, belt initially had a 0 click-through rate. There were relevant products, but upon investigation, we found that the image tagging was picking up belts as part of dresses, not as standalone items. When shoppers search for belt, They typically want a standalone belt, not a belted dress. We fine-tuned the tagging to distinguish belted dress from belt, which resolved the issue. The same principle applies to terms like white bags and flats. Search intent must be monitored and tagging adjusted accordingly. The key takeaway here is that this is a low-hanging fruit. You can easily improve your search performance. On our tagging page, you can upload your data in CSV format with product image URL information, and our machine learning AI process will generate the tagging results. If you're on Shopify, we can automatically streamline the tagging. If not, you'll still receive the tagging results and can integrate them in your own way. Hopefully that helps. Thank you for watching. Schedule a demo today.